Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 6. And we are back with our kids. Last episode was amazing. It really touched on a lot of a lot of themes and everything, bringing Geto to where he is. I love the sound design, bringing in the clapping, mixing with the rain, mixing with the shower water. It was so phenomenally done that I can't even get over it. It blows me away every time I just stop and think about that episode. But I am looking forward to getting back with our kids, getting back with, I mean, obviously Gojo had his goofy parts throughout the first 5 episodes, but, getting back with Itadori, Fushiguro, and Nobara and all that. So it's going to be really cool, and seeing how some of that past stuff we've seen ties into the character development that we see in the present. We're still building up to the Halloween attack, right? In October. They plan on Geto plans on doing some big attack and all that, so it's going to be interesting seeing us move closer to that. We also have, all the other spirits that are working beside him and all that, so it's definitely going to be interesting. And once again, our characters have gotten so much stronger. We have, Itadori being able to harness the Black Flash, which has taken him and his control of curse energy to the next level. We have Fushiguro, who was able to make his domain, even though it's the innate domain, even though it's not perfect yet, he was still able to make one. And also, if you watched my reactions, I didn't realize it, but by watching other reactors, they had people tell them, which I learned through that Nobara Kugisaki at the end of season 1 also did a Black Flash. So, she kind of stepped it up to the next level and everything. So that was at the end of season 1. So, very cool stuff. I'm looking forward to this, guys. Enough rambling. Let's watch it and see. I wonder if we're going to get a new opening, too. But yeah, we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. They were supposed to be going on like a special mission with Gojo. Was that just done off screen then, maybe? Always with the human earthworm in this show. I haven't seen 1, 2, or 3. It's not going to be special if you don't see the first one, or the other 3. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god, did they have a kid? Ugh. What? They also tell you way too much about that movie in that trailer. Oh. If only Junpei was alive to go with him. No one wants to go to the movies alone. Poor Itadori. Who are you? Huh. Yep, they were nominating. Yep, Maki, Panda, and our 3. My brother. Excuse me. Yeah, we had that at the end of season 1. Gonna play some ping pong? Oh, we're getting some nice animated ping pong. Oh shit! Should be 1 point Toto, right? Oh, oh. he, he wants to be the one to go on missions with Itadori. So dramatic. I love following the ball like that. Those are really good shots. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. She shattered him. Oh. Following her? Oh, she's tall. She's very tall. New opening! Ooh. That's the leader of the Zenin, right? Interesting. Man, sometimes I can just never get my throat cleared. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Man, some of this stuff looks pretty hype. Who knows if we'll get some of these scenes, but Mappa killing it. Very cool, visually stunning opening. I like it. Six months? Jeez. Oh. Yes, it's like that. The art. Hmm. Oh, bringing Fushiguro here. What? Uh-oh. Blah, blah, blah. So it's like that. uh, I love it. Ooh, he did. With big asses. He's just gonna come. He's already here. Yeah, he's fast as fuck, man. Watch him recognize her. No, watch him. Watch. He's gonna recognize. Please. Come on, Itadori. Come on. You're the best boy. Yeah. Wow. Hmm. Really? Oh. Itadori is such a good dude. Hmm. Interesting start to this, like, returning to our kids like I didn't expect it. Ah. Interesting that she said that as she walked into, like, the shadow, too. Hmm. Interesting. She mean because she's worried about how she looks? Like, she hates that people judge based off looks, but she's hoping that if she looks different, kind of thing. Like, using that same metric as the people she hates. Okay. So not much happened. What? Just make him carry everything. They're just gonna all go watch it together. He just drags them along with them. Oh shit. That's how it is? No way, it's over, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, I glanced over at the time not too long ago, and I was like, there's still time left. Felt like it could have ended there. Utahime! Oh. Wait, what? We went into our memories in the puddle. Oh, okay. We skipped the movie. I should have wrote Okawa, right? I didn't get the rest of her name, but I can write that down. I think that's what it was. Mmm. You're incredible. Nope. I refuse to believe it's Miwa. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So, he wasn't suspicious, but no one else was either, so... Why him? If everyone's equally unsuspicious. So did he go to sleep because he can sense that they're here? I suppose that makes sense. Oh. It's someone else that's there? Then? Interesting. What is that? It looks like there's something hanging from the ceiling. Oh, that's ghetto, isn't it? Yep. So they've been here before. He always smells moldy. Really? Wow, okay. Jesus. They said that right in front of him, too, right? He heard that? Loopholes. I gotta remember. I kind of forgot Mahito's name for a moment. Write that down again. I remembered a lot of the names in this show, but there's a couple that I forgot. Alright, so he can do this, I guess? Damn. Alright. That'd be crazy. I can kind of understand why he's doing what he did. So does he still have his Heavenly Pact? Heal him and then kill him. Oh shit. Well, I guess he can still control. Guess we'll see. How does Mahito compare to Mekamaru? Jeez. So many. They don't seem all that effective, though. It seems like they're breaking real easy. Oh, he ran. Okay, it was just a distraction. True. They wanted to kill him, but... Oh, shit! Damn! Okay. He stuck that landing, for sure. Is it a giant Mekamaru? Oh my god, he is a giant mecha. What the hell? What are we in? This is a different show. Is he, though? He hasn't had to be in them before. Oh, maybe he is then. Okay. What? Ah. Hmm. So he was a mole until he got healed, and then once he got what he wanted, he wants to go back to our side, really, I guess, seems to be the case. I mean, at the very least, he wants to get in contact with Gojo. Interesting, okay. So he's been storing up power. This is crazy. Jesus. Ah, wait, that's it? Damn it, that is it. Ah. I got debated by that last ending where I was like, is this the end? That was an all over the place episode, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was interesting. Like, I love the fact that Itadori was able to recognize her. Like, I have face blindness. Even if she looked the same as she did, but a little bit older or something. I guess it was only 6 months ago or something, right? They said. But, like, even if it's like 3 years older and I haven't seen the person for 3 years, I guess it was only 6 months though, right? But like I don't do good at recognizing faces, right? Like there's a lot of people where I'm like, is that, like there's sometimes where I'm looking at like an actor in a show and I'm like, is that someone I've seen in another show or not, Like I'm really bad about that. So I don't know. Like with the way she looked before and the way she looks now, I don't think I'd recognize her. Especially the height difference. Like, I guess it's middle school to high school, so you're still growing, right? Um, and at my current age, you don't expect anyone you know that's also an adult to be getting taller, right? So that's where like my mind kind of like slipped that thought, but I guess they're still growing, so they'd still expect it. That is it, guys, for... Is it? Hold on. I'm trying not to watch the preview, but I want to make sure there's nothing after the preview, because there's a lot of time left. Okay, no. That was it. That's it for episode 6. Yeah, so I didn't pay attention to the preview. I wasn't... At the time... I had my eyes open at one point, but I wasn't reading the subtitles. And then I closed my eyes for some of it, just to, I just wanted to make sure, because we used to get Jujutsu Strolls at the end of the episodes, and I saw there was a lot of time left, so I'm like, is there like a Jujutsu Stroll I've been missing at the end of these? I just wanted to make sure, so I think I did that. I think I thought the Jujutsu Stroll was preview in my first reaction, and I missed the first like 6 or 7 of them or something like that, until I realized what it was, and then I started watching them. But yeah, either way, I do a really bad job at telling faces, especially ones that have changed a bit, so it's, but just for the sake of, like, she obviously likes him, and she wasn't sure how he felt about her. Well, I guess she did kind of know, right? Like, she overheard him saying that he likes her for, out of all the girls in the school, he picked her, right? So, and I mean, it is, I kind of like, I can understand as like a bigger person myself, I can understand her thought process of being like, hating the way that like society gauges beauty in some regards. Like, I get it, because I'm also like a hypocrite in that regard, because like I do find skinny, women attractive, right? Like, no offense to anybody out there, but I do find skinny women more attractive than fat women, right? But there's a difference. There's a level, like chubby. I find chubby decently attractive too, right? So I'm also in the position where she's in, where I'm using that same metric that I hate that everyone else uses, It's just that society has kind of bred us into that way of thinking, right? Like all these commercials where they use skinny attractive women and they make them look even more attractive to, they're purposefully trying to like seduce you into buying their product, right? It just sets that standard for everybody, and yes, I use that standard too. And I've also been dieting and trying to better myself, so maybe I could fit within that metric as well. So, I mean, that's not the reason why. I want to get healthy and everything. And so, like, that's not even... Obviously, it crosses your mind. Like, when you're a bigger person and you're dieting, it's like, ooh, I want to look sexy for the ladies, But it's not really, like, at all my motivation. It was at one point. One point, I dieted because I was dating this girl and I wanted to better myself for her, right? And then when we broke up, I stopped dieting, and that's where I learned that trying to make yourself better for someone else is never a good idea, because as soon as you lose that someone else, you lose all your motivation. But for me, it's mainly things like, I was, just half a year ago, I was bigger than I was now when we went out to dinner, and the booths at the restaurant, I was like pressed, as like sitting straight up pressed against the back of it, and my stomach was still pushed against the table that is in front of me, right? And like, because the booths are smaller, I'm 6'5", so I'm very tall. on top of being a bigger guy, you know, my stomach was hitting and I was very uncomfortable, and that was actually the spark for me to be like, I was also having a hard time fitting in a lot of vehicles, like even our trucks, like even our big like 4-wheel drive trucks, I was like having an issue fitting in them and stuff like that for like, because my legs are so long. But then when I'm fatter, like I sit farther up because my ass is so big because I'm so fat that, you know, you sit a little closer, plus my legs are long as shit because I'm so tall, and it makes it really hard to like fit my legs in a vehicle like that. And it's just all these little things where I'm like, oh, if I can eat better and I can like lose this weight, I'll feel so much better about myself. And like I said, it's not really like, sorry, I got really derailed here, but my point is I get her thought process in that, like, hating the way society is, but then falling into that thinking that society that you hate so much, right? So anyway, but yeah, it was really interesting. They, unfortunately, I guess she wasn't able to confess or anything to him. They didn't even manage to exchange numbers, which is a little sad, especially when he recognized her and everything. But I guess she was just really flustered, and you know, Kugisaki even said like, "Hey, I have her number." So I wonder if she's gonna play into the story later on. Like, could something happen to her, and for whatever reason she feels like it, like her spirit wise, and for some reason she finds it like a good idea to call Itadori, like she senses that it would be helpful, so she calls Kugisaki and they go and help, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of how she could come back in the story other than just showing up to, like, you know, kind of like how she showed up here. It was just like a sudden thing. That could just happen again. There doesn't have to be a reason, right? But yeah. The second part of the episode was, or I guess we also had the ping pong scene, which was funny too. We had Toto, you know, desperately wanting to team up with Itadori, recommending him to first grade so that way he can be on the same level as Toto and go on the same difficult missions with him. And then Mei just revealed that he can't. So, like, just shattered all of his dreams. But yeah. Anyway, I love the animation on the ping pong scene too, like following the ball and everything. Like, I love some of the things that they just go above and beyond when they don't have to for this like game of ping pong. It's great. Also, Mei is super hot. But anyway, Mechamaru, they suspected him for no real reason, right? At the start, like, obviously she gave some reasons. It was basically, we didn't have anybody. So if you're going to grasp at straws, the best one to be would be this guy who can remote control bodies, and if he has some other body out there that he can remote control to use for spying, you know. And it ended up being true. It ended up being he was the spy. He was doing it so that way Mahito would transfigure him a body, which, you know, in season 1 we saw his fight, and we saw that moment where he was like, I just want to be able to walk beside everyone. And it seemed like a very humbling moment. He seemed like a good dude. So I was like, did he really do this? Like, I'm kind of surprised. But it seems like he spied for the sake of... and he also had a deal where no one in Kyoto, like his school, would get hurt, right? So, like, he did still care about them and everything. But he did do the spying, which probably... That's probably how they knew all of these things. It's the one that Gojo suspected existed and everything, so that all tied that together. But he did it up until his body was fixed, and then once it was, Mahito's like, we're gonna fix his body and then kill him, you know? But he ended up getting away. He has a giant mecha. He blasted the shit out of them with, you know, he has 17 years worth of stored up power. He used 1 year of it to blast him away. Obviously, I don't think they're gonna die, so maybe there'll be a big enough splash with this level of power. Maybe the veil won't be able to contain it. His goal is to get Gojo contacted so he will protect him. So we'll see how all this works out for him. It's like the whole mecha thing is wild. Like, obviously he's Mechamaru. I don't know why I'm surprised, but he just had like a doll that was just like a human size, right? So I did not expect him to have like a full-blown mecha, like sitting inside of it with like an AI talking to him, and it's like, holy shit, you know? But apparently, even after being fixed, he still has his Heavenly Pact, I assume. Unless, like, the Heavenly Pact's gone, but he still has the stored power. Could that be it? I don't know. But we'll have to watch more and find out how that all works, because part of, like, his body was all fucked up, but he was given this extra power because of it. Now that his body isn't fucked up, does he keep the extra power? Because that's a really good loophole, right? But I mean, he also did lose his entire childhood to being stuck indoors, stuck with the way he was. So it is unfortunate. Still, he still suffered all those years and everything. But anyway, I think that's going to be it from me, though. Very good episode. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm looking forward to seeing if our other characters get wrapped up in this big fight and how that goes. Like, do they go after Mekamaru? Do they go after Mahito? Like, how does this all work out? So we'll have to wait and see. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want more content from me. 2 more episodes on there through the early access tier. If you want to see 7 and 8 right now, you can do so on there. There's also my Patreon shows where you can see more content from me, like the rest of Better Call Saul that isn't released to YouTube yet. All of it is on there. Last of Us, which replaced that, which I'm coming up on the end of. And Symphogear for other anime. I'm on the final season of that as well. So 4 seasons plus what I've watched to 5 so far. Check all that out if you're interested. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.